What's going on, toxic gamers? Apparently we ended up getting all the Battlefield 6 maps leaking out, which I will be showing you in this video. We also got a whole lot of disasters to talk about. We got some bad news about GTA 6 where that it could get delayed to September of 2026. I want to show you that, the source and all that. We also got PlayStation 6 news in there. I gotta talk about it. And we also have pretty bad news about gaming in general. So this is not gonna be just about Call of Duty, but in general, which I want to show you. And we're gonna get to GTA 6, Battlefield. I'll show you all the maps and all that. So let's get to it. You do not have to subscribe. You do not have to like the video, unless you want to, of course, but roll it.
Look at this. Charlie Intel about 3 days ago said Microsoft CEO says company is thriving and going all in on AI after laying off over 9,000 employees.
Man.
For those living under a rock like Patrick Starr, well,
yo, these twats, bro, like these little pricks, bro, they ended up firing 9,000 devs after acquiring Activision. Meanwhile, they said that we're gonna make it good for the devs, we're gonna make it good for the gamers. Acquires Activision, fires 9,000, bro. That is insane. And now they're going all in with AI. And make no mistake, this isn't just about Call of Duty. I mean, it's a Call of Duty story, but it's you can extrapolate that further, right, to any medium, not just video games. But it's gonna be hitting video games hard, man. So just wait for it, because you're gonna
Microsoft now owns Activision, and it's trickled down into Black Ops 6. We've covered them using AI constantly. I mean, guys, if you love gaming, and I say this from the fucking heart here, seriously, if you love gaming, if you are a gamer like me, we cannot let this slide. And this goes beyond just Microsoft and other greedy corporations. Think of the devs, the actual devs with talent and merit that got into this thing for the love of the game. Think of the OGs that are no longer with us with Call of Duty. They got out well before the ship started sinking. You know, if you know a game dev, if you are a game dev, an indie game dev or whatever, you should see this and be incredibly frightened about where the industry is headed.
I mean, in a nutshell, right, it seems like that everything is gonna be an AI slop. Thankfully though, YouTube is doing something about the AI slop content that we have seen in our feeds. I mean, and make no mistake, right, sometimes using AI for B-roll footage that can enhance your video production and all that can, you know, that's different, right? That's all right. But we also have, you know, AI thirst traps. I mean, there was literally an AI baddie which people, I mean, like, let's be real, some men, or not even men are good, boys be boys, okay? So some boys be thirsty AF. And there was a chick that I was hearing was it was not even a real woman, it was an AI girl, right? Ends up getting 165,000 followers on Instagram because some boys thought she was real, bro. Like, that's just insanity, right? So extrapolate that further. Yeah, the AI is bro, it's everywhere right now.
I get that I have been nothing but critical of Call of Duty devs for the past several years, and it's because these guys just don't know what the fuck they're doing. First and foremost, I think they're just hired on as a warm body. It would not surprise me, and I had this weird theory. I don't even think it's like a conspiracy theory. I think it's a pretty good guesstimation about what they're actually doing and why they hired so many devs in the first place. Machine learning. Maybe Microsoft wanted to just harvest their data and how they operate to make their AI agents and their AI algorithms and stuff like that. I don't think that's a great...
That would be criminal, though. That would be illegal. Unless they mentioned it in like the TOS, or unless they mentioned it in contracts, you know, you would have to sign a contract. And if it was mentioned that, yeah, we're gonna be taking your likeness, and we're gonna train the AI based off of your personality, then yeah, nobody can sue them. But that would be illegal, though. That's not allowed, bro. You cannot do that without telling people about it on an official sense, right? Like, we're talking Microsoft here, and, you know, extrapolate that further. A lot of people are now questioning: was this friendly BBC? Was this BBC friendly UAV gay BBC skin? Was that like made by AI, or was it a real handmade by somebody at Activision, right? This is a real skin that we had in Call of Duty around Modern Warfare 2022, the gay BBC skin, right? The friendly UAV online bundle, that's what they call it, right? So yeah, was that handmade, pause, or was that made by AI, bro? Like, I swear to God, man, that's crazy.
Thing that they probably did. The people with talent and actual creative drive quit or got fired. They hired a bunch of cheap, fresh out of the womb devs for Call of Duty, and then they fired them once they got what they wanted out of them, and now we're here. Bro. It's just being taken over by AI. If you,
Bro.
a gamer, love gaming, please do not let this happen. Clip this part of the video, come back to this down the line. I'm telling you right now, I don't care if you like me or dislike.
Yeah, that's the homie Phil, bro. The homie Phil said that, bro, we gonna make some of the best. He was like, yo, we're gonna make it a paradise for gamers and we're gonna make it a paradise, you know. And then he ends up firing like almost 3,000 devs, and now we're hearing they fired like 6,000 more, and almost in total like almost 9,000 ever since they acquired Activision. And the devs they fired, for sure, most of them were from Activision as well, but that's like in general from Microsoft. So from Activision, it's I don't know how many, but it's gotta be like in the thousands as well, right? It's wild, man. It's wild.
Dislike me. We cannot let this happen. But hey, there is some good news. We're slowly winning, and I want to cover that right now.
Yeah, tired of winning, man. We're tired of winning.
Modern Warzone, which covers pretty much just Call of Duty only, ran a poll, and the results are shocking. He says, wow, 80% of voters said that they were more excited for Battlefield 6 than Black Ops 7. I'm surprised it even got 20%. But either way, this is a massive
Nobody's excited about Black Ops 7. And had it been, man, that Call of Duty was thriving, Call of Duty was doing crazy right now, yeah, right, we wouldn't be seeing that. Because after Battlefield 2042, everybody said, bro, everybody said that, yeah, we're not gonna be excited for the next Battlefield game. And truthfully though, everywhere you look, people are like, yo, damn, gameplay looking alright, gameplay looking bussin'. I'm talking about Battlefield 6, right? And admittedly, it does look alright, right? It does look like a proper Battlefield game based off of what we have seen so far, but it's still not like super impressive, right? People are not creaming right now. Pause. People are not doing helicopters, or people are doing helicopters with their release pause because Call of Duty sucks so bad, and it seems like that finally, right, Battlefield is gonna come to save the day. That's what it feels like. Because realistically, right, if Call of Duty was doing amazing, people suckers wouldn't be excited about Battlefield. They would be like, yeah, Battlefield 2042, Battlefield 5, bro, those games sucked ass. So I'm not gonna get excited. I'm not gonna let them in. Pause, right? So, but now everybody's like, okay, bro, you know what? I don't know, man. Game looking good, man. That's how everybody feeling. But nah, this is a good thing. Hopefully, Call of Duty is gonna stop sucking ass, and maybe those little pricks, those little twats out there, gonna do some about it, and they're gonna knock it the fuck down, and they're gonna actually make some about it, and they're gonna make games for the gamers. And maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is how Call of Duty is gonna start to do good in the coming years, right? Perhaps, maybe, hopefully, that's what we're hoping for, because apparently that's what it took for Battlefield right now to make sure that there's no friendly BBCs, UAV online bundles, friendly gay BBC skins in the game, right? At least, or maybe by season 1 in Battlefield, we're gonna get those BBC skins and $20 microtransaction, $30 like skins, Teletubbies bundles, Tom and Jerry bundles. Yo, by the way, like I love Tom and Jerry growing up, though. Bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like Scooby-Doo as well. But yeah, but we don't want Scooby-Doo skins in these games, bro. What the hell?
Landslide victory for BF6, especially considering the majority of my audience are COD fans or follow me for COD. Only 20% are more excited for BO7. The sample size was 31,417 voters. A small sample size in the grand scheme of things, but good God. This was on a Call of Duty news Twitter. Like, how do you lose that badly?
Yeah.
With fans of the franchise, you know, like you're appealing to just pretty much them on this Twitter, and they still are buying it. Like, I just don't know how it's
gonna be funny to see if Black Ops 7 beats Battlefield 6. Now, I definitely don't want to see that. Like, I hope Battlefield 6 is good, though. I hope it's a good game, and I hope Battlefield 6 actually beats Call of Duty, not because fans are disappointed with Call of Duty, but because Battlefield 6 is so good that it genuinely deserves to beat Call of Duty. Not just beat Call of Duty, but it's so good that it does well for itself. You feel what I'm saying, right? Of course, it's gonna be a cherry on top, like if it beats Call of Duty. But I want Battlefield, I even want Call of Duty doing well, because that means that we got not just one game, but we got 2 games, right? Like, damn, what are we talking about? It's not even, like, bro, I'm pushing 30. So it's not like I'm a Call of Duty hater, or a Battlefield hater, or a Battlefield cocksucker, or Call of Duty cocksucker, right? Bruh. Pause. I just want good games, because recently I haven't been playing anything. The only games that I have been playing is Microsoft Flight Simulator, And GTA 5, I'm going back to GTA 5, and guess what I'm doing? I'm doing the same shit that I did when the game first came out, and that is driving on the highways. Bruh. Stealing the jets from the military base. You know, like, oh, I came back in full circle, right? This is how I started, you know, playing GTA 5, because the game was new, right? You were exploring the map, you were stealing jets, this, that, the other, and I'm back to square one, back to doing the same bullshit. Because there isn't any other game right now, at least for me. Maybe you guys are no life in a game, and if you are no life in a game, let me know what game you guys are no life in. But this is good to see. Now let's actually get down to some Battlefield 6 leaks, and we gotta talk about GTA 6 stuff, guys. We gotta talk about PlayStation 6. Yeah, let's roll it. And real quick though, before I forget, I gotta shout out the homie man for the £5. The homie be dropping fives after fives, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for all the love on the channel, with the tips, the super thanks, you liking, you subscribing. You guys gotta do none of it. I appreciate it. And also shout out to the homie Marvin for becoming a member on the channel. So thank you guys so much for all the love, man. Like really means a lot, man. You guys gotta do none of it, man. Come on, man. All right, let's actually get to it. Shout out to the homie Coast Gaming Roller.
Appreciated. But let's just go ahead and jump right in here. So this leak is coming out of the Russian data miners, the 1BF Telegram account. So a lot of this is in Russian, but don't worry, I'm going to translate it for you guys. So over on the left side, these are the multiplayer maps as far as I can tell. And I'm sure some of you guys...
Yeah, okay, so let's pause it for a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... Maybe this, okay, so it says Gauntlet, but he said Russian as well. It's a little bit in Russian, my brothers. Comrades, that is, I mean, the map kind of looking very good, but I want more than 10 maps. I want like 20 maps. I want 30 maps. I want 40 maps. You know what I mean? Bruh. Yeah, 10 maps. You guys think that's gonna be alright? Maybe this is a battle royale map. I guess, yeah, I don't know, man. It's in Russian, so it's very hard to say whether it's a battle royale or not, but we'll find out.
Heard of these before. So we have Abbasid and then we have Outskirts. Both of these are set in Cairo, Egypt. So Abbasid is, if you've seen any of the leaks from Battlefield Labs, this is the map you've probably seen played the most there. We haven't seen Outskirts yet. This one is, as the name suggests, going to be sort of in and around Cairo, and you're going to be able to see the pyramids and stuff like that. Then we've got Battery and Limestone. Both of these are set in Gibraltar. And once again, Battery is one of the 3 maps we've seen from Battlefield Labs. This one has been played quite a lot. It's the one with a lot of the buildings, so if you've been seeing clips of tons of destruction going off, stuff like that for BF6, it's likely been on Battery map. As for Limestone, we haven't seen this one yet. We don't really know too much about it, but it does seem to be another urban map. Then we have Capstone and Tungsten, and both of these, once again, are set in Tajikistan. So there seems to be a bit of a pattern emerging here where you've got 2 maps in each country. So Capstone, again, we've seen in the Labs leaks, any leak that had helicopters, anyone that had jets, that is the Capstone map set up in the mountains of Tajikistan. As for Tungsten, again, this is going to be completely new to us. We don't know anything about that one. Then we have...
So far, like, seeing no Teletubby skin in it, that's a big W. That's refreshing. Quite refreshing, right?
Dumbo and Aftermath, and both of these are set in Brooklyn. Of course, one of them here, presumably Aftermath, is going to have the Brooklyn Bridge there with it. I'm not sure if it collapses, but you guys saw in the trailer, it looks like there's some sort of cinematic set piece there.
I hope it does. In the game, though. In the game. Come on, guys. I hope it does. We want Levolution. We want destruction. We want destruction. We want destruction in the game, not in real life. We want destruction in the game. I definitely want Levolution. I want the bridge falling. I want planes crashing, ships sinking and all that in a video game. Okay, in a video game, in Battlefield. Okay, we definitely want that, man. We definitely want tornadoes in this too, right? I hope we get tornadoes. I don't know. So far they haven't revealed it, but perhaps we're gonna see. We're gonna see it very soon, right? Like we're getting a live stream. I'm gonna be uploading this video tomorrow, and we're having the live stream tomorrow as well. By the time this video comes out, right? It's gonna be tomorrow. Bruh. So I'm planning to upload this video on the 30th and 31st. We're gonna have a live stream. I'll surely live stream the reveal for you guys, so hit the bell for sure.
It gets hit by some jets that come in, then they drop some missiles or some bombs on it. I think those 2 maps have to be like the top ones for me that I'm really excited to try, just because I can't really remember the last time we've had maps set in the US. I think it was probably Battlefield Hardline, but I think many of us didn't really play that game that much anyway. And then finally we have Eastwood and the Badlands. Both of these are set in California. We haven't seen too much of this, but it seems like Eastwood is going to be like around the Hollywood Boulevard, that sort of area, whereas the Badlands, at least from the concept art that we've seen, looks to be more out in the boonies where there's some oil mining going on. So there we have 10 maps coming for the, let's call it the regular all-out warfare mode.
Now, if these 10 maps are actually good and fun, like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, then yeah, that's perfectly fine. But I wish we had a little bit more, right? Like maybe 15. Let's just say 15.
Battlefield, probably like the one that we're mostly excited to play. I think 10 maps is a good number, and that definitely beats Battlefield 2042.
It's a good number if all the maps are good, right? Or maybe there's 1 or 2 map that is like least favorite out of for the community, as for the community, right? But if people generally like 7 to 8 maps, and if they're solid, even like 5 maps, if those 5 maps are just amazing, super fun and addictive, replayable, then I guess that's fine, right? But still though, you don't want the rest of the maps being like actually trash. You want them to be decent at the very least, right? So but yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily about the number, it's about the quality. It is about the number too, but you know, quality with the numbers.
If memory serves, we only got 7 maps with that game, and people complained a lot. It really wasn't enough on launch, so seeing 10 maps, I think that's a really nice solid number. And then we have a special map here called Granite, and this one is also set in California, and as far as I know, this is going to be for not necessarily the regular Battle Royale mode, but the Gauntlet Battle Royale mode, where you're pitching a few different squads against each other in various tasks and sort of mini-game modes where you've got to compete to see who comes out on top. This is, if you like, going to be Battlefield 6's sort of semi-competitive mode. Again, we don't really know anything about.
It's insane to me that Battlefield 3 had it all, bro. That game, I don't think... I feel like that now it's being appreciated like crazy. Even Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1. Deservingly so. But at the time, make no mistake, people love Battlefield 3, right? Even I loved it. But looking back at it, what this game didn't have, bro. Caspian Border, Operation Metro, Tehran Highway, right? Maps like that, and you know, DLC season for Battlefield 3. I would say DLC season, best. Some of the best DLC season for Battlefield 3. Hand on top of this bottle of water, man. Listen, man. One in the comments if you agree, bro. Like, one in the comments if you agree. Some of the best DLC season I've ever seen, because they were actively rivaling Call of Duty at that time too, right? We had Modern Warfare 3, the original, not talking about like the Modern Warfare 3 2013 or 2023, my bad. I'm talking about the original Modern Warfare 3 2011, I believe that's when it came out. And Battlefield 3 also came out the same time. And Call of Duty, those twats wouldn't even give us a single weapon with DLCs at that time, bro. But I loved Modern Warfare 3, the original. I know life that game. I know life Battlefield 3. I love both games, right? But I do know Battlefield would always try their absolute best to deliver more than expected. They would always squash people's expectation and deliver more. And the maps, the map packs, you know, the first DLC was Close Quarters, right? They HD5'd the destruction. We had a lot more destructibility, because the maps were small, so they were like, okay, let's amp it up, and they did that. We had 4 small maps, and then we also had new weapons, new vehicles with that. Then we had the armor DLC. I still remember that, bro. I still remember that, right? And that we've seen some of the biggest maps in that. So they were like, okay, we're gonna give you small, then we're gonna give you big. Bruh. Small and big. Pause, right? Sometimes you need to start small to get big. Pause again. But we had that. Then we had the Aftermath, right, with the earthquake maps. And then we had the Last Stand or Final, some shit like that, where we had the motorbikes and all that. All in all, just amazing season for Battlefield 3, bro. Hands down the best. Battlefield 4 also had decent maps with DLCs, but nothing can beat Battlefield 3 in my opinion.
On that one, but it is going to be set in the US. So actually, if you take that into account, almost half of the maps are set in the US, which is kind of interesting. Now, moving on from that, we also have 4 other data mined maps here, and we don't really know where these are going to be in the game, but they are remakes. So first of all, we have Operation Firestorm, of course, from Battlefield 3, was also remastered in Battlefield 4. Absolutely fantastic map. Really thrilled personally to see this one in there. I really like that. Then we have Propaganda. This was from one of the Battlefield 4 DLCs, and I really like their thinking here. A lot of the DLC maps came out when the majority of players had already stopped playing the game, so I think this is going to be new for a lot of people. And of course, for those of us who knew Propaganda as one of the better maps in BF4, it's going to be really nice to revisit that one. Thirdly, we have Telemarket here from Battlefield 3. I think this was from the Aftermath DLC. Don't quote me on that one. I'm not 100%. Maybe if I'm wrong.
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. So Aftermath was DLC 3 for Battlefield 3, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it was, the maps had the earthquake theme around it.
Well, not somebody can correct me down there in the comments. And then the next one is kind of a surprise. It is Downtown from Battlefield Hardline.
Hardline. Now, Battlefield Hardline, it kind of got a bad rap. Not many people liked it, and I'll definitely put my hand up and say I was one of them. But in actuality, it turned out to be one of the better Battlefield games. In retrospect, a lot of people liked it. The infantry gameplay was really, really good. And one of the things that game did well is these smaller urban maps. And Downtown was one of the best ones, or one of the most popular. So that, I think, could actually be very interesting to play in Battlefield 6. Now,
yeah, okay. Now, I really hope the map selection is gonna just keep on expanding. Okay, let's actually go to PS6 news, and we gotta talk about GTA 6 news, which is bad. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the bad news for the last, but roll it.
And PlayStation 6 portable leaks. So recently, PlayStation 5 Pro leaker Moore's Law's Dead put out some information in regards to upcoming APUs that he has information on from AMD. He was revealing code names for these APUs, and he was pretty much guessing as to which one of these APUs could be used for the PlayStation 6, the PlayStation 6 handheld, or PlayStation 5 handheld, the next generation of Xbox, or even a Steam device, since they're likely to make a Steam Deck 2 and maybe even a Steam box to match at some point. So PC gamers who want that console experience would just have the Steam OS on their PC or whatever this box is, and the handheld via Steam Deck 2 or whatever they decide to call it. Putting that to the side though, he recently came out to confirm some additional details after putting out that original video to clear some of the air. This is what he said over on YouTube. Updates to this video: 1, confirmed Orion is PlayStation 6, Canis is PlayStation 6 handheld. 2, confirmed Magnus is next-gen Xbox. And 3,
I really hope the handheld is not like the PS recent one, which is just a controller and you need to rely on PS5 and Wi-Fi to be able to play. I really hope it's like the good old days, right? Like the PS Vita or the original PSP. But of course, a step further than that. I haven't bought the Steam Deck though. I was looking to, but then I was like, I don't necessarily play games like when I'm outside, right? And if I go outside, like I'm going out to either work out, going to the gym, or going to like shoots and all that. Not like shoots or anything like that, but actual acting shoots and all that. So I'm like, I don't have time for that. And if I want to play, I'd rather play on PlayStation, right? I'd rather play on PC. So that's the reason why I didn't get it. But man, back in the days as a kid though, yeah, I would take the PSP everywhere though. So I really hope it's like the good old days one. But yeah, I don't know about
Robin and Robin Plus apparently were just blockchain mining variants of the PlayStation 5 SoC. Subscribe to Moore's Law's Dead to hear much more very soon. P.S. I apologize to the constant corrections on APUs lately. For example, Canis was mixed up with a source as Xbox, not PlayStation. It's been a lot for me and my sources to wade through all of these codenames lately, but now the record is straight. So just to explain some of this, Canis was originally mentioned as an Xbox APU by Moore's Law's Dead. No speculation there. It was stated by him that this was a Microsoft APU, and now he's pointed out that it's actually a PlayStation 6 handheld APU.
Dang.
He mentions Robin and Robin Plus because he originally thought those could be for the PlayStation 6 and PlayStation 6 die shrink, because the PlayStation 5 had something similar with Oberon and Oberon Plus, which were the APUs used in the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 6nm console. Orion, according to Moore's Law's Dead, is a high-performance APU, which is what the PlayStation 6 will use. This is exciting because now we have codenames, Orion and Canis.
It is insane that we are already talking about PlayStation 6, bro. Damn. The Battlefield 6 August 4 beta date is wrong to my knowledge, is what Tom Henderson said. So, okay. Probably we're gonna have to wait a little bit for the beta to release, right? Now, let's actually get down to some GTA 6 news, right? So, a leaker claims GTA 6 could slip to September of 2026, revealing new pricing tiers, early online access, PS5 marketing, and console bundles. Now, the standard edition is $70. That is good. That is good news. But however, deluxe edition would be $90, and this will include early GTA online access, and premium edition would also include first GTA online access. So maybe you can get earlier than early. Like, wait, what? What's this like? So you gotta pay extra to get it. I wonder if we're gonna have a collector's edition. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Now, this leak is coming from Millie A. Now, Millie A, okay, let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see. Yeah, so you see Millie A, right? Now, Millie A has, of course, like, it's a known leaker in the community. Doesn't mean that this leak is true. So gotta take it as a leak, right? Leak means unconfirmed information. So take it as such. But Millie A, credible source, have leaked PlayStation showcases in the past. He actually quotes his tweet, and yeah, this is what he's saying: planned release May 2026, but internal talks suggest a possible slip to September, which is not necessarily a shocker. It is kind of expected though, let's be real, guys. Sadly, I guess you expected to, so it's not necessarily, at least it's not a shock to me. But if you did not expect that, well, here you go. And we recently had gameplay leaks as well for GTA 6, and they were actually very, very good. Check out this video on the screen, and I'll see you right there if you wanna see the gameplay leaks for GTA 6. Check it out, and I'll see you there.